Overthinking is a trap, the Buddha's guide to mental clarity. Perhaps you find yourself replaying old conversations, obsessing over what you should have said. Maybe you lie awake at night, worrying about the future, trying to predict and control every possible outcome. Or worse, your thoughts feel like an unstoppable storm, swirling endlessly, leaving you exhausted and restless. Here's something shocking. Studies show that the average person has over 60,000 thoughts a day, yet 95% of them are repetitive, and most are negative. This means that much of our mental energy is spent reliving the past or fearing the future, rather than truly living in the present moment. But here's the good news, the Buddha taught a powerful way to break free from overthinking. To silence the mental noise, and to reclaim the clarity and peace that are already within you. In today's video, we'll uncover the ancient wisdom that has helped millions find inner peace. You'll learn profound Buddhist techniques to stop overthinking, let go of mental suffering, and finally free your mind from the endless cycle of worry and doubt. Stay with me until the end, because in the final part of this video, I'll reveal the most powerful Zen technique that can instantly quiet your mind, one that even modern psychology is beginning to recognize as life-changing. Let's begin. Overthinking is like being trapped in a maze of mirrors. Every thought reflects another possibility, another doubt, another what if. You chase answers, believing you're moving forward, but in reality, you're just running in circles. The illusion of control keeps you stuck, yet the very act of overthinking is what robs you of control. The mind convinces itself that thinking more leads to clarity, but the opposite is true. Overthinking creates confusion, not solutions. The Buddha compared the mind to a turbulent ocean. When the waves are high, nothing can be seen clearly, but when the water is still, everything becomes visible. In the same way, a mind caught in endless analysis cannot perceive reality as it is. Throughout history, even the greatest minds have fallen into this trap. Ludwig van Beethoven, known for his relentless perfectionism, would obsess over single notes, rewriting entire compositions in pursuit of an unattainable ideal. Yet, some of his greatest masterpieces, including his Ninth Symphony, emerged when he allowed intuition to guide him rather than endlessly dissecting each note. The same pattern repeats itself across all fields. Great warriors, philosophers, and leaders have all struggled with the weight of their own thoughts. The samurai Miyamoto Musashi, one of Japan's most legendary swordsmen, understood this deeply. He wrote in the Book of Five Rings that hesitation is the greatest weakness in battle. A warrior who overthinks is already defeated before he lifts his sword, whereas the one who acts with clarity moves forward. Overthinking is rooted in fear and desire. Fear makes us worry about making the wrong decision, so we analyze every possibility. Desire makes us crave certainty, so we replay the past and attempt to predict the future, trying to gain control over what cannot be controlled. The mind is obsessed with control, believing that if it can think enough, prepare enough, predict enough, then suffering can be avoided. But life does not operate according to our mental projections. The Buddha taught that attachment is the root of suffering, and when we become attached to our thoughts, to control, to perfection, we fall into the endless spiral of overthinking. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, despite ruling one of the most powerful empires in history, understood this truth. In his meditations, he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." No emperor, no warrior, no thinker, not even a Buddha, has ever been able to control the course of the world. What can be controlled, however, is our response to it. Overthinking is a refusal to accept this truth. It is the mind's desperate attempt to grasp at certainty, like trying to hold water in a clenched fist. But the tighter we hold, the more it slips away. The way to break free is not by thinking harder, but by thinking less. Shift from endless analysis to awareness. Observe your thoughts as if they are clouds passing in the sky. They come, they go. You are not the clouds, you are the sky. Just because a thought appears does not mean it is true, nor does it mean you must follow it. The Buddha taught, do not believe everything you think. Clarity does not come from excessive thinking but from stillness. A still lake reflects the world perfectly, while a stormy sea distorts everything. Which mind do you want? Overthinking is not intelligence, it is self-torture disguised as wisdom. True wisdom is the ability to see things as they are, without the fog of excessive thought. The moment you let go of the need for certainty, you gain something even greater, freedom. The mind is both a sanctuary and a battleground. Left untamed, it is a restless storm, thoughts clashing like thunder, waves of doubt crashing into the shores of our consciousness. Overthinking is not just a habit, it is a seductive illusion, a trap that convinces us that if we think just a little longer, analyze just a little deeper, we will finally gain control. But the truth is, the more we chase certainty, the further it drifts from our grasp. The Buddha, the great teacher of the mind, understood this all too well. He once said, "Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts." This is a profound truth. Our suffering is rarely caused by external events, it is born from within. From the endless mental narratives we weave around those events. A fleeting mistake turns into a symbol of our inadequacy. A minor rejection spirals into a catastrophe. The untrained mind clings to thoughts as if they were absolute truth, forgetting that thoughts are merely passing clouds in the vast sky of awareness. Imagine a man lost in a dense forest at night. He hears a rustling in the bushes and immediately, his mind constructs terrifying possibilities. Could it be a tiger? A snake? An unseen danger lurking in the darkness? His heart races, his body tenses, fear grips him. But when the sun rises and light floods the forest, he sees the truth, it was only the wind playing with the leaves. This is the nature of overthinking. In the absence of clarity, the mind creates monsters that do not exist. The Buddha's path is not about silencing the mind, but illuminating it, so that we may see reality as it is, not as we fear it to be. Why do we overthink? It all comes down to two forces, fear and desire. Fear whispers, what if you make the wrong decision? So we analyze every possibility, hoping to guarantee the perfect outcome. Desire insists, you need certainty, control, and perfection. So we replay past situations, convinced that if we think about them long enough, we can somehow rewrite history. But the Buddha taught that clinging is the root of suffering. And when we cling to control, to certainty, to imagine scenarios, we become prisoners of our own thoughts. This truth is beautifully illustrated in the story of Prince Siddhartha's awakening. Before he became the Buddha, Siddhartha lived in a palace where every desire was fulfilled. Yet despite his wealth and luxury, he felt restless, his mind constantly questioning, overanalyzing, seeking answers in the endless corridors of thought. When he finally left the palace and saw the suffering of the world, he realized something profound. No amount of thinking could solve the fundamental truth of life, everything is impermanent. The only path to peace was not through controlling life, but through understanding and accepting it. This realization led him to meditate under the Bodhi tree, where he faced not just external temptations but the greatest battle of all, the battle with his own mind. The path to breaking free from overthinking is not found in more thinking, but in awareness. The Buddha's teachings offer a simple but profound truth: as rain penetrates an ill-thatched house, so suffering penetrates an unguarded mind. But as rain does not penetrate a well-thatched house, so suffering does not penetrate a well-trained mind. What does this mean? That the mind, like a house, must be built with care. If we allow thoughts to run unchecked, they will flood our lives with anxiety. But if we strengthen the mind with wisdom, we create a shelter that no storm can shake. How do we build this shelter? By learning to observe the mind instead of being consumed by it. When a thought arises, instead of getting lost in it, simply label it, this is a thought about failure. This small shift creates space between you and your thoughts. Instead of drowning in them, you become the observer. Imagine standing on a riverbank, watching leaves float downstream. You do not chase them, nor do you try to stop them, you simply watch. This is the essence of mindfulness. Another key to freeing yourself from overthinking is focusing only on what you can control. The Buddha once said, if a problem can be solved, why worry? If it cannot be solved, worrying will not help. This is a profound truth that, if fully understood, can liberate you instantly. Most overthinking stems from resisting reality. We replay the past, hoping to change it. We obsess over the future, believing that if we think long enough, we can predict or control it. But reality does not bend to our thoughts. The only thing we truly have control over is our response to the present moment. If something is within your power, take action. If it is beyond your control, let it go. This wisdom is echoed in the story of Emperor Ashoka. He was once a ruthless conqueror, constantly strategizing, overthinking every battle to maintain his empire. But after witnessing the horrors of war, he turned to Buddhism. He realized that true power did not come from grasping at control, but from letting go of attachment. Instead of overanalyzing how to dominate others, he focused on cultivating inner peace. His transformation from a feared ruler into a beloved leader is one of history's greatest examples of the power of shifting from mindless overthinking to mindful awareness. But perhaps the most powerful way to silence overthinking is to train the mind to stay in the present. The present moment is the only reality that exists. The past is a memory. The future is a projection. Right now, as you read these words, take a deep breath. Feel the air entering your lungs. Notice the sounds around you. This is reality. Everything else is illusion. Lao Tzu, the ancient Chinese sage, put it beautifully: if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. And finally, let us return to the story of the burning coal. Imagine a man holding onto a red-hot coal. He is in pain. Yet he refuses to let go, believing that if he holds it a little longer, he will somehow gain control over it. But the longer he holds on, the more he suffers. The moment he lets go, the pain disappears. This is overthinking. We suffer not because of our thoughts, but because we refuse to release them. The next time you catch yourself caught in a spiral of overthinking, simply remind yourself, this thought is not permanent. I do not have to hold on to it. True freedom is not found in controlling your thoughts, but in learning to let them pass, like leaves on a river, like clouds in the sky. This is the Buddha's great wisdom: happiness is not found in excessive thinking, but in presence. In simplicity, in letting go. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. The choice is yours. Let go, return to the present, and rediscover the clarity and peace that have always been within you. Imagine a life where your mind is no longer your enemy but your greatest source of peace. No more sleepless nights filled with endless thoughts. No more regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. Just clarity, stillness, and the ability to embrace each moment as it comes. Overthinking has never solved anything. Letting go, however, has the power to transform everything. The Buddha's teachings remind us that true peace isn't found in analyzing every detail of life, it's found in presence, acceptance, and surrendering to the flow of existence. So, the next time your mind starts spinning in circles, pause. Breathe. And remind yourself, these thoughts are not me. I can let them pass like clouds in the sky. The more you practice this, the more you will feel the weight of overthinking dissolve, leaving behind a mind as calm as a still lake. Now, take action. For the next 24 hours, commit to this practice. Each time an intrusive thought arises, acknowledge it, then let it go. Observe the difference it makes. Tell me in the comments, what's one thought you've been holding onto for too long? Can you release it today? Your journey to mental freedom starts here. If this wisdom resonated with you, subscribe to Zen Buddhism Wisdom and join our community of seekers. Together, let's cultivate a life of mindfulness, clarity, and deep inner peace. Your mind can be your prison, or it can be your sanctuary. The choice is yours.